Hey, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry, who is this?
Hey, Selch, can you hear me or no? Hold on, sorry, I cannot hear you. One second.
Can hear you. Yeah. How you doing, Rodolfo?
Okay, I can hear you now. I'm good. Um, hey, Amber, how are you?
Good, how are y'all?
Pretty good, pretty good. Selch, how do I pronounce your name correctly?
Well, I mean, my real name is Selçuk,
No, hold
but
on,
I
say slower.
Selçuk.
Selçuk, okay.
Hold on. Selçuk, yeah, Selçuk. But I go with Sach. It's easy, just
Sach.
one
Okay.
word. And so you go like Rodolfo or
Rodolfo, Rudy, yeah, whatever is easier.
Rodolfo Rudia. Okay.
Yeah.
That,
Because in my,
so yeah, go ahead.
when it's LCU, for me would be more like Cell Cook.
Well, there's a silent H. That's a Turkish name.
Okay. That's why Selçuk.
Normally we don't use there's like a little hook underneath the S C.
Uh,
It's pronounced Chet. So,
Che.
but there's no word letter in English like that. So that's why
Yeah.
there's the silent H there. So that's what it is basically.
That's when you put the SACH, so people say such.
Yeah. So
Sach. Okay.
that's the nickname, made up name.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Cool.
So cool, very good.
Very good.
Yeah. And so
Agent.
you live in Houston, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. I'm in
Very
Dallas
good.
now, but yeah, just for these few days and in the weekend with my wife.
Oh, okay. Got you. So I'm located in the Miami area in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How far are you from Miami?
20 minutes, 20,
Oh,
25. When there's traffic, obviously it goes up to 40, 45. That's a different
okay.
story, but you know.
So potentially
Uh,
your background could be real.
say it again?
Your your background of the landscaping, the sea could be real, if you're
Yeah,
close to Miami,
yeah,
isn't
yeah. That's it. That's right.
okay,
That's right. Yeah.
okay, okay.
So, but I lived in Seattle area, well, Seattle for 23 years, 22 plus years. So recently I moved in Florida here, and I'm going back and forth every quarter. I still have some business going on there, and some rentals, a couple of rentals. So I have still
Yeah,
connections with the Seattle and Washington State, but mostly I reside here now.
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure better weather. The weather there is much better than in Miami. Yeah,
Oh yeah, weather's
yeah.
that's the one thing you can't really change here. So
Yeah.
all of you guys pretty much in Texas area, and I'm kind of jealous sometimes. You guys go and take a tours and get together. So
Well, hey, you wanna live in Miami? So, no,
uh,
I think
but
Amber Janelle leads the all in Austin. So I mean, a little bit better than Houston in my opinion. But
okay, okay, yeah.
Just a little less humid, right?
Here now,
Less humid
here.
than Houston,
I would
isn't
I
it?
would say Austin less
In
humid
Austin.
than, yeah, and also it's better, I guess, if you wanna go for a walk. There is more hiking. And sometimes with Katie we can go to the park, but there is not much like a hike type of deal, that we can do it around Houston, or if there is, maybe an hour drive, right?
Hmm.
So, yeah. But hey, maybe we'll move to Austin. Who knows? We can rent out Amber's old place.
I got an extra bedroom anytime.
Okay. Pretty sure you can rent that extra bedroom almost like for the price of
Yeah,
a
I already
mortgage.
got that other house rented out. That was
Oh.
5 days after I moved out. I had renters in there,
That was good.
which was not the smartest thing I've ever done, but
Why
it was,
not?
it was just a very short window. The movers came on the 15th. And in my mind, the movers come and they move everything and you're done. That's not what happened. The movers moved all the big stuff, and then there's like my whole garage was still full of stuff. I had to like clean out the garage and the kitchen, and it was a nightmare. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's done. And the renters are in there and they've already paid 2 months rent.
That's good.
They pay early.
Well, you have a
So,
good
yeah.
problems then.
Yeah, so, but we do have an extra bedroom here, so anytime anybody wants to come to Austin, you got a place to crash.
I'll consider it. Thank you. Well, so I guess this afternoon would be with Sanjay. Maybe that's why he has a little bit of issue joining. I don't know if he's still stuck on the highway.
I don't know. I hope he's saved himself from the highway. I don't know.
I have something to put to y'all while we're waiting, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
Oh yeah, please go ahead.
go
Let
for it.
me show you this thing that I've been going over in probably way too much detail. Is this it? Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
So I'm just gonna go off of this little bottom napkin here that I've done. I think all those numbers are right.
Hey
So
guys, I am so sorry. I got sidetracked and lost track of time as I started diving into the deals.
No, all
Well,
good.
we're happy you survived out of it.
Anyway,
yeah, it happens. I'm glad you're here too, because I have a question. So this is a build to rent community in Northwest San Antonio.
Yeah,
The income is okay. I have different numbers from 50 to 60 to 100K. The broker said that the Whisper is in the low 70s. It's 284 units. It was built in 2012 and renovated last year. The problem is on the T12, it's got an NOI of not even $500,000. And so I'm like, how are they coming up with a $70 million price? So I just wanted to like put this out there because, with just this basic napkin, it's like out of 5 cap, this could be a $70 million deal
Oh.
if we do all the work.
yeah. So 246 a door, 2124 market rent. That's not gonna get anywhere close to 70. But 2124, what is the dollar per square foot rent? That
It's I think it's $1.24.
okay. So what and these are townhomes you said?
Yes, well, they're 2, 3, and I think there's 1, 2, and 3 detached townhomes.
Hmm. So go back to the napkin.
Yep.
So okay, so these are pretty big. 1700,
Mhm.
2124, almost like, so these are like almost home. What area of San Antonio they are in?
Northwest.
Okay. North or further east?
Let me show you on. Where's my map? So right here, out on 1604.
Okay, oh, that must be on your other screen.
Oh, can y'all not see that?
We just see your spreadsheet.
Huh. Okay, hold on one second. How about now?
Yes, I
Yes.
see it.
Yes, so it's up here on
Oh,
1604.
okay, I see. Okay. That is a nice higher income area. So
Mhm.
I bet they are thinking a lot higher rent, basically. I bet that's
I mean,
that's
I
the big
think
difference.
they're coming up with like the NOI needs to be like 3.8 million to actually be at what they're saying. So they're like, you know, he told me it's a 5.25 cap with a T3 stabilized and adding all this other income, which I could understand, but that's us doing all that work.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get a sense of like where we're landing on this. Because it's obviously in my mind not $70 million. Like it could be.
Yeah. So on your napkin, like if I do that math, 2124 rent, and if these are townhome type thing, then maybe, yeah, expense ratio 50% is probably for napkin, and I wouldn't go below 6. So we're really saying about 54 is where we would say now, or really more like 50. And then at 6 cap, after we do the work, it's worth 60 million. And that's a 20% increase at exit. And that's worthwhile. Looks interesting for us to dive deep and do more.
Okay. You lost me there for a second though. When you said you wouldn't go below 6, are you talking about the cap rate or what were you talking about?
Yeah. So I was saying like cap rate wise, I still wouldn't go below 6. Some of the projections I've seen, they are like going above 6, continue to go above 6, 24, and then drop a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
may
That is
drop
the CoStar's got this at like a 6.1.
Okay,
And in 5 years, it looks like maybe a 5.9.
yeah. So I wouldn't go below 6 on our exit cap. So if my exit value, so that's the cell H46 is 60 million. My purchase, I gotta get a discount of at least 20%, if not more. But that's where I'm like, okay, maybe 50-ish is we can come up with. So pretty significant difference, like 25, almost 25% from their ask.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
but I bet they are thinking or putting rents quite a bit, market rents higher than that.
it's hard to find the bigger units. So on the CoStar,
Well, these would
there was
almost
only really one comp that had anywhere near that size of square foot.
these would almost compare to your houses, right?
Yes.
So what does a 1,700 square foot house lease is that in that area?
I don't know the answer to that.
But yeah, that's how I would think and compare. And anywhere we look at apartments, a single family is that like ultimate, every tenant want to move into a single family detached home as a rental. So a lot of the times I would look at the single family rentals and say, well, if a single family is renting for 1,200, there's no way my apartment is going to rent for 1,200 or 1,300. So that's always like kind of the ceiling. If a house is renting for this, and some class A with amenity and like close to college, there are always exceptions to these things, right? But in this case, I would definitely compare to single family and see if there's a ceiling at 21, 2,200, or it may be lower.
Yeah, and this is the one that I told you that I didn't look at single family rentals, but I looked at single family homes, home prices from CoStar, and it was telling me 200 to 230K were the average home prices within 3 miles. And so I was like, well, you can buy for cheaper than the rent.
But were those homes like 1,300, 1,400 square foot or 1,700, 1,800 square
Well,
foot?
then I went to try to go find those and I'm like, that's not a correct. I actually was looking on the MLS and I'm like, I can't find anything. There was maybe a couple.
Yeah.
Were in the 250s, but they were mostly 3 to 350.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did not look at single family rentals.
But this one looks like a pass either way. I wouldn't. Yeah, I've updated Monday.com for like 50-ish million napkin. Let
Okay.
them know and pass this one.
Okay.
So, and you can archive if you like.
Okay. Thank you.
Unless they come back and say, yeah. By the way, funny thing, Alan, of course, Alan and I have been talking. Somebody sent 1,200 units to us. Hey, Schreier. Schreier's got FOMO.
I know, man.
It's stuck on the highway as well. No, I'm joking.
I know, right? Hey, what are the chances that AT&T getting hacked and outage, right? And me getting on the highway at the same time, right? Like things, the worst combination. But so 1,200, this unit, Alan and I have been talking, this wholesaler says 150 million. And we looked initially, and you might know the 910, and those are in our Monday.com. And we come up with like, well, we'll be close to 100 million for those four combined, if that. We'll be a little lower. So we called the wholesaler, and he's like, yeah, can you do an LOI at 100? And I'm like, what? Now I don't like you at all because this is fishy. So the thing I was going to say, so somebody, Schreier, our friend Levi called me today. Apparently, the partners are suing each other, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Because they signed the broker agreement without the other partners' sign off. So they locked the broker for 9 months, and other partner doesn't like it. But anyway, so they call and we're talking, and he said, "Hey, I have another deal, 1,200 doors. I want to review." And I said, "Oh, I've looked at it, and we've already reviewed it." And so we talk. I give him the 4 properties, and he's like, "Yeah, it's the same 4 properties." And some other person, Irene, is doing this. So they told them 132 million for those 4 properties. Look at their guts. Look at this. 18 million, right? I don't even know if 132 is even real. We are at 100, right? So when somebody says 150 and then at 100 they say submit the LOI, am I excited and running to write an LOI and writing an LOI? No, I'm saying, who the hell are you, bozo? Asking me 150, you have no idea of the market, you didn't do any underwriting, you're just bringing crap to me. Why do I trust you for 100 million? You don't even have a contract, exclusive contract as a broker. or a purchase contract as a true wholesaler, you're just shooting in the dark, take my LOI, go to the seller and say, hey, I have a potential buyer. Look, they got impressive bio, massive capital, there's website, and I've got an LOI, and they're doing this. Like, shit, why would I do anything this year? And this was on 6-month-old financials. So, so back to your deal, Amber. I don't know the source for this one, right? But it's a, you have to navigate the market on that. And you may have heard, anytime we are looking at a deal, I'm asking a lot of the times, like, hey, where did that come from? It's coming from a broker or whatever, like a licensed professional. Okay, it may be overpriced. They may be whispering higher, but their whisper is still going to be in a reasonable range. Like a cheap capital person can buy at a higher whisper of a broker, right? Because our capital is expensive, 18, 19% IRR, we underwrite to that. So brokers, okay, they may be higher, they're efficient, a lot of people bidding on the broker deals, but they underwrite it. They spent the time, they give us data, they give us true financials, they verify, right? So there is a whole different dynamic on deal coming from broker in terms of pricing and data and information and all those things. Yeah, it's going to be a little overpriced and we're going to compete with the market. Whereas in the off-market space, it's a wild, wild west, right? So you gotta tread carefully.
Yeah, I mean, it was from JLL, and the guy
Oh,
is,
it was JLO.
yeah, the guy is like, Ryan's like, hey, this is, it's a 70 million at a 5.25 cap, T3 stabilized, and you got to do 46 things to get there.
Hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, but that's the juice that we add, right? Well, I'm not buying at that price.
Yeah, it's a pass.
Okay.
It's a pass for us. All right. Who else? Who else need help? You guys feeling good with the process? What you're doing, what you need to do, and that's helping you navigate the deals quicker, faster? What are your roadblocks? Liz, you got something?
For me, I'm just trying to get used to it. It's been a few weeks, but so far, you guys doing. I mean, you and the whole team is doing good. I mean, great. It's educational. We're learning, and so far I'm happy on my end.
Okay, good.
Um,
Liz, you
I-
you were saying
Yeah,
something?
go ahead, Liz.
I was just gonna say, I feel, since so much is preloaded, the data, I'm struggling with, because sometimes I find things that are off, and so I kind of backtrack and try to, so I don't know if I'm wasting time to verify that it all transferred correctly, or, but
Mm.
I kind of miss the days of having to enter it myself, but I guess I can go back and kind of, I create a new synthesis, and I'm just getting used to the new process is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, okay.
Still trying to figure out a good starting point, like what the source of truth is, how
Yeah.
far, so I don't waste time, but I have the most accurate data that I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. No, that's good.
Okay.
You're going through the process. That's good. Also, you were saying something?
Oh, sorry. Yes. I think for me, I'm analyzing a lot of deals, so that's good. Let's say just for the sake of the conversation, I analyze 10 deals, and maybe 5 are decent. I load them up on Monday.com, all 10 of them, just for statistic perspective, I would say. So when you guys send the statistic, how many deals we have on the road, how many millions, etc. It looks better, which I completely understand. So out of 10, let's say 5 are decent, and those are the ones where I would like to get your input, right, Sanjay? I say, hey, I am at 13%, returns, whatever, is there a way? Am I missing something? Can we reach to the 18? And so I'm waiting for your feedback to have the conversation with the brokers. And I feel like maybe two separate things. We are getting a lot of deals. And so if we look at Monday.com, there is a lot to review. And in my opinion, between the calls that we have and the time that it takes to review these deals, we don't catch up with the deals fast enough. And so if you look at the backlog, the deals, is increasing, we lose momentum. And so we're just trying to understand how we can do better on these, and at the same time, I don't want to create a monopoly when I come to the call and it says, oh, I want to review my 3 deals. And after, I don't know, Amber leads, John, Janae, such, they don't have time to review their own deals. So I don't know.
Yeah, so very, very good point. Very good point. So you're right. The statistics we're starting to track by person just to kind of highlight and give some visibility. I wouldn't worry too much like, hey, 10 million, 20 million, whatever.
No, I'm
It's
saying
just
for
like,
massive, not for me, for you guys,
yeah, for us, but even for yourself, right? Everybody should be underwriting, right? That's the main theme. If every week everybody is underwriting, then I'm like, okay, you're learning, you're good. I'm okay with that. So we slowed down on our deals a little bit towards the end of the year. And that was on purpose. We were like not reaching out. We weren't doing it. Beginning of January was slow also because Alan was helping trying to figure out Monday.com. And then
Yes.
beginning of January, we kind of figured that out. And now it's good. Now there are next set of improvements and columns and stuff I want to do. We'll continue to improve. But that's why I wanted to load the system to completely and let's see, right? We got loaded with the deals. So the priority column, that's a good one to keep. Like critical is immediate feedback. We need it. Let's do it. And then high, medium, low to kind of keep it that way. And you do a napkin, you come up 20 million apart on a $30 million deal.
Right.
You can
archive
archive
it.
it.
Yes.
If you still want to discuss it, it's okay to discuss too, but put it as a low priority, right? So
Right.
that's one thing I would request everybody to use, that priority column.
Okay.
Number one. Number two is we have the 9 to 10 a.m. call mainly to just have a cadence and a rhythm, and we get busy, so we at least have a dedicated time. But I request for all of you, as you get done with the deal, don't wait, right? Let's reach out, let's review, and we don't need to wait for the 9 a.m. call for a review on a deal and a feedback. If it's like a off market, or like there's one that came today and broker said, oh, it's going to the market tomorrow. So if you want to submit an LOI tonight, we can hold off, but I need an LOI tonight. So I said, okay, let me look. I'll give you guidance where we are at. If you think it's worth it, we'll do. Otherwise, go to market. Something like that comes up. Yeah, it's an urgency. Let's move quicker, and we would do that.
Yeah.
If there is a CFO, you're waiting, you can wait for the call, regular 9 a.m. call. But otherwise, all of you reach out. And the weeks I'm not available or I'm traveling or something, Schreier would be available. And even though you see me with underwriting, but Schreier and Mike are fully capable of underwriting, and they've done this, they've gone through this, fully capable. So, and we would provide that support and do that. And of course, just like with anything else, as you guys start to sort of graduate, right? We're gonna, if you want to do that, that's the opportunity to connect with others and make deals and get into the deals also, right? So we will continue to add that support for underwriting analysis things. So it's just all this to say, we loaded the deals. We're getting faster on turning, and the curve will get we're turning more deals faster and faster. So we're right at
Okay.
that spot. It'll pick up. So,
No,
but good
no.
point. Good point.
No, I'll eventually, if there is something that I want to review, maybe I'll set up a 30 minutes with you, so get alignment, and we understand how to move on. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Please set up outside of. You don't need to limit to 9 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Cool.
So
Thanks.
and that applies to everybody, right? Like Zach, if you get a deal, you're ready. Let's review. Amber, Liz, and you guys are good. You reach out, text, and text and email are always slow, right? Just call me. Don't hesitate to call. Good. This is good. With that said, Hammerly. So we need to review Hammerly, right?
Yes. We should submit an LOI, right?
I think we should.
Okay.
And I know you were at 36 last time we were talking, right?
Yes. We got the quotes from TJ.
Yeah.
Right? It's not TJ. I always get confused. What's his name?
JT.
JT. Thank you. Okay. I don't know. In my opinion, is always a little high. Maybe it doesn't have all the information. It wants to be conservative. So on my own, I reached out to 3 other brokers, and they came back with a more competitive quote. 2 of them, they asked me more information because a big factor, of course, is the age of the roof. So I called Carter, and I said, just give me some very good information in terms of when these roofs have been replaced, because if you Google map them, from an aerial view, they look pretty new, and so they should be between the last 3 to 5 years. So my point is, if I give this information maybe to JT, we'll be able to get some better quotes. Long story short, what shall I do? I'm gonna see shall I share my screen? Do you want to have another pass to the
Underwriting,
synthesis?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Which do you guys see which screen are you
Yes.
seeing? You see the underwriting? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We messed it up a little bit to the financing part, here. It was fun last time with you, Schreier. So do you still want to model this way?
Yeah, bridge and a supplemental.
Bridge, supplemental, right? And after it was a refi, right? What do you think, Sanjay?
This is a loan assumption? No.
No.
Okay. So, and we need to do a bridge. If you do a bridge, definitely a refi.
Right. It was not necessarily we have to do it. That was your proposal, right? It was more like you're stress testing the deal, I guess, from a financing perspective. I said, hey, let's see how a bridge looks like. And it looks a little better because the quotes that we have are for stabilized debt. So I don't know if this is a fair assumption. You want to ask quotes for bridge too.
Yeah. 25% may be hard. I would put 30% just to be safe.
Down payment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have a little higher, 80% on the rehab. So so it really lands about the similar place.
That's right. Yeah.
And then the refi 2-year.
Yeah, we
6
calculate the
cap.
6 cap.
Yeah.
I think was the cap rate at sale was 6.25. Maybe if we do 6.25, I think it was 6.25. I'm not sure if somebody modified it or I did. I can't remember. Big difference. Look at that.
Big difference. Yeah.
Huge difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Do 6 again. Let's see. 6 again. Yeah, that's like 2 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, by the way, one key point here. Look, this model is so sensitive to exit cap rate.
Yeah.
Like quarter percent difference is leading to 2-point IRR difference. That means most of the return on this deal is loaded at the exit. So go to the investor tab, investor return tab to the right. Investor sample, yeah. See, the first 2 years is negative. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Then the 2 years, there is some good return. But most of 50,000, 40,000 is getting return at the back end. That's why this is so sensitive to the exit cap rate. You will underwrite certain deals where there is cash flow from the beginning,
Mhm.
and you know, year 1 there is 5-6%, year 2, 3 there is 7, 8, 9%. By the time year 5 comes, you've cash flowed at 50% of the investment, and then at exit you're only returning another 50%, right? Those deals will be less sensitive to the exit cap rate.
But I'm assuming the reason why it's structured this way is because of the bridge debt. So if we move it to stabilize, you know, and we don't do the refi, it would
Yeah.
be more flat, you know, like I don't know, let's say 3, 4, 5% cash flow across the 4 years, and after, of course, they will be still loaded at the back and you know, the year of the sale. But we can try if you want
You could try, yeah. Let's try it.
to
And
go
if it
back.
dashboard,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, refi, we need to do
remove the
0.
refi.
Oh, it makes sense maybe to do it anyway. Ah, no, that's it, 0. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's very similar. Maybe just this point is just better. Just I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just
Go
keep
to
it
the
step.
investor sample now.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we were doing. It. That's a good point. Yeah, you see, is
There is more on this at the exit. 41. Other one had 39. Because the 3-year 3, 4, 5 was like 12%, 13% returns. And this is more flat. Very
yeah,
actually this one ends up being less return cash flow wise.
in
And
5 years.
yeah, and part of this is that the pref piece that we have in this scenario, pref is not getting paid back, but in the other scenario, pref was getting paid back at the refi. So you take out the pref, you don't have anything left, and then leftover investors have like a 13% return on the bridge. So, and that's just in different scenarios.
That's right.
So I think with the pref, this would almost work better with a debt, I think, a bridge
At
debt.
the bridge, we can go back at the bridge.
Yeah.
If yeah, it works a little better. You know, there is that problem of cash flow.
Yeah. So the first couple of years at 8.5% and the pref 14%, it's hard to. And this would be, how much is the raise still on this?
Almost
Nine. Still a $9 million raise. That's still a big raise. Yeah, so this one reserves capex is only 614 here. Oh, lender funded. Okay.
But when it says here inject working capital, is gonna take it from the reserves, or is we actually need to put money in the deal?
So that's one thing in this model is I don't think it takes the negative capital into account. Well, it does on the
It is.
returns. On the return calculation, it does because it's on the P&L at the bottom is cumulative, so it does take into account.
Okay, but if you look at the P&L and you go back down here, what does it mean here? We need to put this money into the deal, or
We would need this money, yeah. We would need cash wise. We would need this money.
so let's say the model in dashboard.
Yeah,
And
so the
it
model
should
doesn't.
include here, like, I don't know, a line. It says I don't know, additional cash needed, and we should be somehow in the equity stack. Yep, as a concept, so the raise should be 10 million, not 9.3.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is now looking at model doesn't look at the cash as a time series and doesn't look at like, oh, will you run out of cash actually? So year 1 and 2, we only need 200, total 400,000. So reserve can easily fill that, right? Or need more like a 500,000.
Where is it here? Is this amount here, the 297?
Yeah. So 300 plus the 200 in the following year.
Yeah,
500 is the negative that's needed. And reserves, working capital will fulfill that. So if you go to the CapEx and reserve tab. Yeah, so operating reserve of $1 million will cover that.
I
The
see.
tax and insurance holdback is with the lender, so that we don't have access to that state.
I see.
Yeah. So this model doesn't do a check that, hey, I have my negative cash flow, and is that more than the operating reserve? So we're gonna run out of cash. But if the cash flow is going to be that negative, the loan is not going to work, right? So we would never go that negative, and we would raise more equity before we go that far negative on the cash flow.
Yeah, because the DSCR is.
So DSCR below 1 means we're going to have negative cash flow with the financing activities. So yeah.
So yeah, means we need to go stabilize that.
Yeah, so I would go like more like 35, low 35 offer for this, start there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, and then go to P&L, like you adjusted insurance already?
I adjusted it, but I kept it a little lower because JT was, let's say, 750.
Oh, wow, okay.
I received some, which in my opinion, if you do 750 here, is it like 1,400 the door? Maybe we can play with the deductible, keep the deductible a little higher.
Yeah.
Get a lower insurance, and I would say fairly comfortable, if we stay 65% higher than what they're paying now. That seems conservative in my opinion. The only thing is there.
Yeah, 1,200 a door I think is reasonable to start. We would get, if JT is higher, we would get other codes. Yeah.
Right. And my big question here is insurance, because the pro forma from the broker is about 900,000. They're saying because you can fight, what they're paying, right? But I don't know.
Yeah, but we gotta do R here, like what we are
Right, right.
comfortable. Yeah, brokers will be broker. And you all know that
But
our first deal as massive, we did our insurance assumption, we did an LOI, seller loved it. We were starting to work on PSA, and lo and behold, we get an insurance code higher than what we put in our pro forma, and deal doesn't work. All of a sudden, we need a $2 million discount, and seller wasn't willing to do that, and deal fell apart.
okay,
So that's real, right? Like you got JT, you got others. Well, we do LOI based on those.
right.
Some like 1,200 is reasonable. We know market, and then we go in with LOI, and insurance quotes are higher, and we just can't find anything lower. Then we got to make a decision: do we still stay in the deal, or do we get out?
Yeah,
So
no, absolutely.
that's why the due diligence period insurance quotes are important, to have a locked in insurance quote by then, because if it comes significantly higher, we are host.
Agreed. So I don't know what you want to do for taxes because you know it plays a big role, you know, in the overall number. So I was just doing some calculation, you know, if you can you fight the taxes about the price that you pay the property, right?
You know,
Or
I would say, there should be, but what I would do, like this deal, this is February. By the time this closes, it would be like July or even
Mhm.
August, right? So from that perspective, like could do an LOI and say, hey, the condition is the taxes come in at 900,000. And if the seller doesn't like that and they're not confident with that, then they might say, well, I don't want that condition. Well, then I'm going to write with this higher taxes, and I'm going to give you a lower price offer. But I would leave higher what you have. I would leave with this. It's
maybe
yeah.
how much they're paying now, something like that.
I think we can reduce a little bit.
So
115. I think 115. I'm good. That's good.
966. Okay.
Yeah, and then that comes to at about low 35 offer, and
That
that's what we
comes
can do.
to well, it comes at 35.
Yeah, 35 is really, yeah, and the raise, scroll down, raise is still 8 million now, right?
9.
Oh, it's still 9. Okay. Yeah, so that's a big raise. Having that
Oh,
IRR
but we
above,
have the cap rate is sale 6, sorry, huh? I don't know if you want to do 6.25.
yeah, so that still works, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say do that LOI at that.
Okay. And with the condition that the insurance is sustain 900,000 plus or minus, I don't know, 5%,
Yeah, yeah.
something like that. Okay.
So I have a question here though about
Yeah.
this dashboard thing. So we're talking about the refi, and so this the refi is down the road, right? Like a couple of years later.
2 years,
And
yeah.
how we can make sure we're gonna get that refi rate that, the way we underwriting here? Because if you don't hit this rate here, and then you're in trouble already. After a couple of years, you're in trouble. So how we can make sure you're gonna get this kind of refi rate after a couple of years after the
Yeah,
purchase?
good point, and it's a big, very good point. So since we are doing it 2 years from now, which really means like 18 months, you start the process. Little bit of a future market, projected market assessment and opinion. So, we watch the market. That's why we kind of stay a little more up to date on those things. Market is anywhere like 2, 3, 5, 8 reductions, right? And earlier it was early this year, and now it's like, but so my opinion, Massive's general opinion, and Shrai and I line up on this is, well, there will be 2 reductions this year by the end of this year. So 2 reductions of quarter point kind of gets us to 5.5. I think there would be probably another reduction early next year. So we may be below that 5.5. And that's where I am kind of thinking like, okay, 5.5, 2 years from now is a safe assumption. And Zach, you know the FedWatch website that we follow, and we didn't want to do this. You know about the FedWatch?
Not really. I have an overall, idea
Can I
about it, but not
can I
really.
share my screen, Rodolfo, while you work on this?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, but that's good. Finish the LOI, let's send it.
Sorry.
So, Zach, you can bookmark this, but the bookmark goes to, you do one more click. Probabilities. So this screen here, like it goes and shows like in July, there's an 85%. Market is saying there's an 85% probability of a rate reduction. And market is going like by the end of this year, there's almost 100% certainty, right? So that's just one, right? And then there is, then we are here, I'm at the 7:31, this meeting here, yeah, there. So like you start looking at this and you say, oh, like we are here now, right? Like you go further lower rates are, look at this, 5.5 is what we're saying, right? Like we will be there soon. So this is where like we watch this, we look at this, market is efficient, market knows, market has information. Unless some drastic new information comes, a third world war, yes, of course, that will change everything. But
Well, if you ask me, these days you don't need a third world war in order to get the Fed's change and all that stuff. That that's still. I mean,
hey,
I don't know. Overall, are you guys when you're underwriting, you're relying. Well, the refi should not be first priority, if you ask me. If you take in this kind of forecast and put it in the underwriting, that's just my opinion. I might be right. Don't get
yeah,
me wrong.
yeah. No, and
And
so there is that, you're right, that's a risk. That's an additional project risk. And as a operator, and that's what makes each operator unique, right? As an operator, you can say, well, I'm not going to do any deals right now that requires a refi in 2 years, 3 years, because I can't predict the interest rate. Well, in that case, you would only go for the loan assumptions. You would go for stabilized debt. That's good for 7 years, that type of thing, right? And that's completely fine. That's completely fine. See, I came to US in 99. 2001, I got my first job. August 2001, I started my first job, 27th August, with Caterpillar. And 2 weeks later, 9/11 happened. And I'm still on an F1 visa. And I wanted to go, I had my tickets booked to go visit my mom in India. And air flights and everything had so many restrictions, and especially for that part of the world, there was suspicion and things. So I went to my manager and I said, hey, look, I'm scheduled to go to see my mom. What should I do? And he's like, you should go. You're scheduled to go. You should go. If the planes are flying, you go. I said, what if I can't come back and I'm stuck there? And he's like, look, you can't live life on a fear of what might happen in future. You make a plan with the best available information today. You plan for the risks. And then when the shit goes down, you deal with it when it comes. And he said, if you're stuck there, we got our legal department. We'll do everything to get you back here. And I was like, that's a very good point. And actually, quite honestly, he was a very wise guy. I've gone with that principle for that has been a big part of my life and my decisions is I can't worry about the future. All I can do is take the information that I know today, plan for the risks, and we'll deal with the shit as it comes. That's life.
Yeah,
So
that's a
my
matter
wife,
of choice. That you're right.
yeah,
Yeah.
but as an operator, that's a very good point, right? As an operator, you can make that choice. You can say, I will not do those. I do not like those risks. And I've had this conversation with a CPA friend of mine. He does not like risk, just doesn't. And he's very conservative, right? So him and I have conversations and he's like, oh, I want to eliminate all risks. And I'm always like, well, you cannot eliminate risk. You're choosing risks always. And like when you go drive, you are choosing to take that risk because you got comfortable with that risk. And when you go skydive, well, you're not comfortable with that risk, so you may not do it, right? It's risk. So risk has a good big part of what you're comfortable with it, and that's a big deal. This story, a guy got bit by a snake, and he's going and doing his own work, and no big deal. And then somebody brought him the snake and was like, "Hey, this is the snake that bit you." And the snake looked like it wasn't actually wasn't, but looked like a cobra, like a poisonous snake. The guy died on the spot. He didn't die because of the snake poison. He died because of a heart attack,
Fear.
right? Fear. So that familiarity with the risk is a big deal. Once you're familiar with the risk, you're not going to have a heart attack and you're going to get up and fight that risk and you're going to beat the risk. But if you're not familiar with the risk, you are afraid, you may have a heart attack and you may die, right?
Yeah, well,
But,
those are the
but
good examples.
yeah,
Yeah. What I'm thinking is since I'm talking myself, first of all, since I'm new to this GP world, but as a first couple of deals, I want to be secure because
yeah,
that's like your references, right? So you have to come in and yeah, you want to exit with the real reasonable. Then so because we're looking at like a long-term business, the plan, not just like a couple deals and get out of here. And especially after COVID, what's going on with the high inflation, all the supply, shortages and all that stuff, it makes you a little bit scary because all of us know, even though we don't admit, we don't really trust our government at all. I mean, so with these deals, and that's why when I try to find the deals, I always look for the good rent upside, at least the way it is. And then you can offset any kind of loss, like, here and there.
Mm.
Maybe you can offset it with the rent upside because that's the biggest income for our deals, right?
But yeah,
So,
but I agree with you, such. But because you were asking for this specific deal, right? So I went back to sharing, because your question basically is like, how about this is not 5.5, but is 7%? We are
yeah,
in trouble after year two, right?
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
That's right. But the good thing is it looks like, this deal here, let's say if we decided to do stabilized, you see the returns. Actually, you remove the refi. I mean, it's not bad. The problem you're saying, if you start with the bridge, that would be the issue.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
No, good,
That makes sense.
valid point, valid
Yeah,
point.
but
And you choose your risks. You choose your risks and you price the risks.
and
Yeah.
Always price the risk.
Sanjay, is it a possibility to start with the stabilized and do a refi after 2 years?
So you can,
Because
I mean,
it works even better.
yeah, because you get a refund back, right? Then in year 2 on the refi and exit tab, you have to budget some low like a penalty, loan penalty, early payment penalty.
Oh, because all these Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loans, they do have it.
Yeah, they
I
have
see.
a yield maintenance usually. So when you take out a loan, market prices certain yield on that capital. So the capital we have here is 26, 27 million, right? So
Sure.
market says, okay, 27 million, the yield price right now, let's say the yield is priced at 5.5%, right? So if that's the case, and you sell it in 2 years, and yield at that point is 3%, now there's a gap of 2%, and that is per year. So if you had this locked for 5 years and you're paying this early in 2 years, you're going to pay 16.5. No, I'm sorry. So you had a difference of 2% or 2.5%. So 2.5 times 3, you're going to pay 7.5% in yield maintenance on $27 million. So
That's a lot of money.
that's $1.4 million to refinance this early. So, but to your point, go to refi and exit, put in 1.4 million, and as an closing expense for
Yeah,
refi.
but I need to go back and stabilize.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
what Sach is saying, is we could evaluate different options for sure. What is it?
there was a refi tab. To the left. It's to the left.
This one here?
No, there's a to the left.
Sorry.
Refi exit, yeah. So on this one, refinance end of year, capital transaction fee, we're not doing anything. Refinance cost. So row 14, right? Click on that, 750. Yeah, so that's coming from closing cost. Okay, go to closing costs. G30.
Let's go G30.
Refi closing cost, G30. So change that 2% to a number so that the total.
6%. It should be, because if you add another half.
Well, yeah, 7.5 plus 2, so do 9.5%.
No, sorry. You said it was $1.4 million in cost, right?
Yeah, and that's the yield maintenance. You will still have the new loan cost and the legal, and all those are still there. Those are not
but these
gone
are
anywhere.
they're already included in this 2%.
What?
Is this considered individual plan or company plan?
Company. Yeah,
But those are included in this 2%.
That's the 2%. So like when you take a new agency loan, there is an agency charge, like Wells Fargo charges 1%, right? Then if Arbor is there, Arbor will charge some. There's legal fees. So that was the 2%.
Right.
And then you do, go ahead.
So 6 total.
6 total is 1. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah. So now look at the dashboard. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hey, it works. It works. See that there's just so much money there. I'm surprised. Yeah, I guess we're refinancing at 6 cap. So, and the big thing is that supplemental gets paid off at the refi.
So my point is, it could be interesting to start with the stabilized debt. So what Selch was saying, you get more, you mitigate the risk, and you have the upside that if the rates do go down, you can still pay the penalty after 2 years.
Yeah.
And refinance this loan.
So, but
That's right.
The only risk in this scenario is, I was just giving you an example that right now yield is 5.5 and in 2 years is 3%. Now the risk on the other side is bigger. What if the interest rate dropped to 0%? Then you're paying a yield maintenance of 5.5% per year. And then you're paying that for 3 years. Now you're paying 15.5%. So in this scenario, if the interest rates really dropped too much, Of course, your interest rate would be lower also. So instead of 5.5, you
Mhm.
will have lower interest rate, and your
Yeah,
yield
right.
maintenance will go up. But that's the unknown. we have.
Right, but worst comes worst, you don't do the refi. The
That's
refi.
true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do
Okay.
a no refi scenario here and see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'll just modify this to what was it?
Close. It was in
Um,
closing cost.
Oh, thank you. I'll put it back at 2% just to make sure. And yeah, if we don't do the refi, would be the classic. Yeah, we'll go do it like this.
Then it's 16. Yeah. So to
60.
Seth's
It's
point,
still
it's a safer.
yeah.
safe.
Okay, cool. Do you have two more minutes? I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
want to
Go
show.
ahead.
Okay.
So it just goes to show it's good to have options and to
Yeah.
just test it for every scenario.
Right.
It's interesting.
Yeah, so a couple of questions in the chat. Nitya Capital, we know Nitya Capital very well. What came up? We've looked at like a portfolio purchase from them, and they are a big operator out of Houston. So yeah.
1 second. When did you look at the portfolio? Last year?
Yeah, it was last year. They were putting like bunch of they sold a bunch of their C class, and they were putting bunch more for sale because they were struggling on capital.
Because I was talking with another lender, and I asked for a quote for this loan, and he told me, he said, "Well, you're right. The group in New York is part owner for Hammerly Oaks, but the Houston partner they have is Nitya Capital."
Oh, really? Okay.
So this is a deal that Nitya Capital is selling, and so because it was part of a 4-property portfolio that was on sale last year, I'm wondering, is it the one that you were thinking to buy, or maybe it might be different, but if you know them well, I'm not saying go behind the back of the broker, that it's good piece of information.
No, and these things help. Like we had a sit-down meeting with Disrupt Equity owners yesterday.
Yeah.
For that Alamo deal in San Antonio.
Okay.
And that was helpful, right? Now we know they really, I don't think it's gonna happen. So it can be good, very helpful to go have a direct conversation. And when we were talking there in the room, they
Yeah.
said our broker wanted to be here, but they told them no, and like we are talking owner to owner, and it was a good meeting. So we
Okay.
can talk, we can reach out. I'll text.
Do you want to reach out first before me sending the LOI? Maybe a good idea.
We can send the LOI still.
Send the
And
LOI? Okay.
yeah, we can reach out. The
Okay,
other
cool.
question, isn't the Fed rate different from the interest rate bank charges for loans? That's correct. And Liz, your answer is correct. So when we put in the refinance rate, is this the bank rate, which is 2 points above the 5.5 Fed rate? Yeah, so what we're putting the rate is what we get agency rate. Bank is typically at around 7%, but we were putting in the agency rate there, John. So, and basically what happens is like if agency rate of 5.5 we get, whoever the servicer, the 1.5% for them to service is already built in there. So they're doing that and servicing and everything.
I didn't understand you were answering a question in the chat. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I missed something. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, sorry, I was reading the chat. I just wanted to answer in case anybody drops off or need to drop off. Yeah, okay, go ahead. So this one,
Does it make sense in English what is written here? That's what you want to say.
are we doing that? We didn't lower the taxes, right? In our underwriting, we're leaving at 960 something.
960, yeah, but the broker says 900, so I'm like,
Yeah, I mean we could leave that. Yeah. 100,000. So typically this would be 350, 1%. So earnest money, like if you put 1%, you're showing a really like strong offer, right? 350 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
not all of us have 350 sitting in the bank to just let it sit in another bank. So I would just say let's do maybe half of 350. So
175?
175, yeah. And that still is a strong offer from, and you know, this one, we're probably not getting this anyway, we're a little bit lower.
Okay. I don't think I spell it right.
There's no H.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have a
And,
question here real quick, if you don't mind. About EMD. So in Texas, instead of Texas, still you need to get the seller's consent, right? In order to get the earnest money back.
Well, the title company will typically request a consent, seller's consent, yeah.
Okay. That seller still has to agree, even, within the due diligence, seller has to consent. That's another little risk. Okay, thank you.
Well, if it's canceled within the due diligence period, when we say contract says it's refundable, then the title company likely not ask for a consent from the seller. So like typically, if it's a clear black and white where title company can go by the decision, then they will make a decision and refund it. But if it's like gray or they won't pass a judgment, if there's a judgment needed, they want either a consent or they want a judge to judge a judgment, right?
Okay, are you guys usually talking to the title companies at least to get the okay from them, at least what they're gonna do, if that's the case?
That's one of the reason we want to use our title company is because if we say, hey, refund it, it's in the DD, they will refund it, and then seller can fight whatever.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, 30,000 non-refundable at the end of due diligence, a little low, but good starting point, doesn't hurt. If we were really excited about this property, we may put higher, right?
Okay, the 30,000, the earnest money.
Yeah, not non-refundable, right? That becomes non-refundable at the end of due diligence.
Which is 15 days. Which is not a lot of time for such a
Oh,
big
due diligence, yeah, I would put a little 30 days. I would start
30
with
days.
30 days.
Okay, perfect. That's what I was. Okay. And so, how about the money? The 30,000, or you want to do higher?
Yeah, let's start with 30,000.
Okay. So the escrow will be
60 days
60
is
days.
good.
And or support should be granted within 60 days allowing expiration of the diligent period, or 15
So,
days
yeah.
after loan approval.
Get out of this whole get out of after the or, get out of everything, yeah.
Why? Because it's more like applicable for a loan assumption.
Yeah.
The escrow, let's see. Yeah, I can keep.
That's fine, that's good. Time is of essence. And
Okay.
then we have extensions, other terms is 20, oh yeah, that's fine. Additional terms, oh, is this an older version? There's no extension here. I would put like a seller, or sometimes we just negotiate in the contract, but you can, this is good, this is good.
How many
That's good.
days? That's good.
Yeah. Oh, hey, my name going in. Okay,
Yeah, all
nice.
Always, Sanjay.
I can put Lee's name. The Leeds.
Yeah, try that. See how far we get.
Leeds and
Ooh,
Rudy.
there we go.
Bye.
There you go.
Okay.
In in the chat question, Liz, they're gonna go back and look at underwriting this weekend. We shared our underwriting, and then they're gonna come back next week. We were talking some scenarios where we do a recap, meaning we don't do sale, we take over, bring some more capital, and see if there's a future. So yeah, so we'll see. All right, guys.
Okay.
Sanjay, before we get off, can you assign me another deal from the the Monday? Because the one that I got by Alan, there's nothing other than the flyer. There's no information. There's no financial package and anything like that. So I can't really work on that. And that's the only, the deal I've got right now.
Zach, where are you based?
I live in Florida, Miami
that-
area.
That's right. That's right. You're in Florida. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So okay. You know what? We get some. There was that new development deal in Florida that I end up discarding it because it just wasn't. Is
that
this the one?
O'Connor? Was it called O'Connor?
Yeah,
Oaks?
O'Connor Oaks. But the only thing that I found is just like a flyer. And that, I can't really, I don't really have anything to work with the, underwriting stuff.
Okay, let's see. Okay, and I'm going to sort on existing multifamily.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
great.
Interesting. What do I do here? What's the type? Multifamily. Ooh, I think somehow storage got selected instead of existing multifamily. There. Come on. There. You look at this one. This is in Oklahoma, a little different.
Alexa, pause.
I'm sorry?
Sorry, I was talking to my robot.
Oh,
Alexa just turned on. As
Ah.
she does every day at 5:20.
okay. So this is an interesting play on this, which could be good.
Okay.
You want to do this? Basically, they're saying existing investor roll in there. So it's more almost like a pref at 15%. And then we have our return. So yeah,
Okay.
this one may be good too. Right here. So it's a little unique. Who is this? Oh, Edwin is doing okay.
Hey Sanjay, if you want to put me on O'Connor Oaks, we drove by that one when we were down there last week with Schreier. So, and that's not too far from the horizon, so I'd love to look at that. If you want to put me on that.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, add you also here.
Yep.
Okay, so we got a lot of coming soon. Why? Yeah, let's. Do we have financials for this? Crofton Place. Received financial. Okay, so Danubia. Oh, McAllen. I think we already passed on this one.
That was a different one.
I think we passed on that one too, and Danubia.
Okay.
They were both from that person that have no idea of the local. This one, Indianapolis, she's working. Saginaw, I think this is a new build coming soon. Rodolfo has 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you want us to go in there and start picking stuff or wait to be assigned? What's the,
I think let's talk through here so we make sure everybody have
Okay.
assigned. Leon Valley, Texas. Medical. Oh yeah, this one I saw. Let's yeah, I would like to. So let's look at this one. I'm gonna remove these guys. Okay, this is the other one I saw. I'm not sure if the everything is saved in the drive. Look, this guy is submitting LOI and then like, and it's so small. I don't. Where is it? Okay, so this one doesn't even have the address yet. Okay. So these are all assigned. So we added couple. You done with these two? Did we make a decision on this? Zach?
you're on mute, Sesh.
Sorry. Yeah, I put that note. We reviewed it together. Well, I emailed the broker a couple days ago
Yeah.
to discuss where we at, and
Yeah.
I haven't heard from him yet. I mean, I don't know, but we kind of a little bit lower end on that. They're
Yeah.
asking 17, we're on 13 max, so that's not really a good deal.
Yeah, no, we would. And if they don't respond, we don't need to chase.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Vista Del Rey. Did you guys walk this one too when you guys were there? This?
Which, let's see, Vista Del Rey. 453 units, no.
What's the address on that?
Oh. This one says 5622 Evers Road.
Yeah, we drove by that one when we were down there with Sanjay.
Okay, let's see this.
I mean, with Schreier, sorry.
This
Oh,
is, you know what? This is named wrong, I think.
says Vista Del Rey. 5622 Evers Road.
Oh, you know what? So this one got mixed up with the other one.
It's got 2 poles, a tennis court, playground. Dang.
Hmm.
Is that 3 poles? How did it
Hmm.
look, Amber?
I'm looking at the Google Earth right now and I'm like, this doesn't look familiar.
No?
But I could have swore I was navigating that day, so I could have swore I put that into the
Okay.
Waze, but it looks real nice on the Google Earth.
Did you go down Wurzbach or Evers?
I don't know. Janae was
Okay.
driving.
I mean, it's like a whole little village.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little city on its own, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this Vista del Rey and
Hmm.
this other one, I think we got mixed up. What is this? You know what? Look at this. This is
Mission
the
at
same.
medical. Oh, I know why that's. That one, yeah, it has a different name because Ellen had me run the CoStar on that. And that address was coming up as Vista Del Rey.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the address is the same, actually, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Leon?
Because he said mission updated financials, but really it's the Vista del Rey earlier. Okay, so this one and Vista del Rey are really the same.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, if you want to take over this one, I'm gonna look at this. I need to get back to the wholesaler tonight or tomorrow. So this would be a good one. And I think latest financial just got updated on the synthesis. Oh, but the thing is, Oscar may have added in a wrong property. Ah, now it's going to be separate. We have Vista del Rey, and then we have the mission he just added. It's like a duplicate. But they are 5.3, so they got better on T3, but then they got worse again. So the napkin on this one is 5.3 million times, let's just say 50%, 6 cap,
44.
44 on existing. Okay, interesting. So they got 8.6, 8.3, 8 so they have had 8% vacancy. So we will have that, and then they have 2 to 3% collection loss. 384 is what they collect. Okay, so let me do this. Let's see. The Red IQ has a lot of features we don't use.
Oh, like comps? Wow.
So all of these black dots is what we have underwritten.
Okay.
Okay, so Vista del Rey really the same financial. I'll just pull it up here. La Mirage. I don't want to cross the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's close. Oh, it's aquarium. hospital. I think this is a really nice area. I don't want this one. I want this one. Hey, I like it. It's like a little kid. It stay jumping as
Yeah.
long as I stay there.
That's cool.
Okay, so I'll do this. So this is the latest financial we just got as of January. 773. Vista Del Rey is same as this. So 1980 build. Park at Callaghan is the other one we are looking at. Oh, it's over there. Okay. So in place rent. $1 per square foot. So this one is Callaghan is 3627, 38 at La Mirage. So La Mirage is the 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the closest. The La Mirage is the highest because it's close to the hospital. So this one definitely has potential. And Vista Del Rey $1.27, market rent 29.58. Look at the average 26. Market rent average. La Mirage, Park at Callaghan. Callaghan is the number one. That's over there.
Get pushed to 140.
Oh, Callaghan is a really small.
Hmm.
So yeah, we could definitely go up. So 773 square foot. So let's just say 773 times 140. 773 times 1.4 times 453 times 12. So look, this is 5.8. Their number was 5.3 that they're getting. That's like
Wow,
half
big
a
jump.
million a year that they're losing out on revenue.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right.
Of course, this comes in quite a bit higher now.
So they have occupancy issues, or was it economic?
Looks like economic is lower. They have both.
Okay.
Okay. So they have 2 bedrooms or some there. Park at Callaghan, La Mirage is 856, quite a bit bigger, $1.40.
Hmm.
Okay, so we definitely have room here. Have you guys seen the operating statement comp? Does everybody know what operating state comps are?
Operating statement comps?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
What
Oh,
is it?
you
I'm
guys are
not
gonna
under.
love it. So on this one, if I change it to per square foot per year, okay, what is this? Per unit per year, okay. So you know how we use our rule of thumbs, right? So base rental revenue per unit per year, you can see it's 99.42. Park at Callaghan is definitely suffering and could go up. But Vista Del Rey, with number 4, La Mirage. La Mirage is almost like 2,600 higher than this. So we got definitely room on this one. And then the expenses, look at this. They're doing repair maintenance is 163
Oh.
per unit per year. What number do we use usually?
Per
Come on,
unit per year.
repair maintenance.
Mm.
Pop-up quiz.
400,
600.
600. Yeah.
Per
Okay.
unit per year. Okay.
And look at this. Park at Callaghan is 45. I don't know what they're doing, but Sierra Ranch is 798. Of course, the only other thing is Cedar Ranch, look at this. They're using turnover also on top of that. What's the number we use for personnel, guys?
1,200.
1,200. Yay, you're right. Look at this. The average is 1,200. These guys are 1,239. Cedar Ranch, what are they doing? Look at this, 1,586. They're spending, so they must be going through some phases here. But this is the like unit per year, per unit per year. But controllable is only 2029. Oh, there are the utilities, 4,000. So they are kind of in the lower side. Operating expenses, this. Capital expenses. Okay, so they didn't show me. Okay, I just want to remove Renata. And Lamaraja. Okay, I'm going to remove this. And now my averages get updated here, right?
How did you
57.
remove that one? Oh, you unchecked it. Got it.
They have the checks. Yeah. Oh, look, it jumps up and down. I like it.
Yeah, that's neat.
They get excited. The bubbles. So, okay, so all this to say what? Can we make some decision here?
There's some upside.
That's good. I think that's definitely the direction. There is upside. Now we need to value, and I think what happened here, they were saying 45 million plus 3%. Oh, I think Derek replied with this, I think. Like original email, they wanted 450, 45 plus 3%. NOI of 2.6, 1980, 93%. So when you guys walked, what was the your impression on this?
That wasn't the one that we walked.
You walked the medical at the other one?
No, I just ran a CoStar. That's why for Ellen, that's why I recognize that address.
Oh, I see. Okay. What does your CoStar look like?
Honestly, I didn't look at it. She's just like, can you run this for me? I can pull it if you want.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Mhm. Give me 1 second.
Hey Sanjay, while she's doing that, can you run through real quick rules of thumb for per unit per year cost? Just a couple more things like contract and advertising contract.
So contract, I do like per month type instead of a per unit. And that's just me. I'm sure there is some rule of thumb for per door per year. And same for advertising, you know, I'm always like, okay, bare minimum, you're gonna spend like $500 a month. So that's like 4 or 5,000 a year. If you get bigger lot bigger properties, more than 100, then I kind of start adding another 500 to 1,000 a month, and kind of if it's a rough property, we're going to do a lot of advertising, then have higher, a lot of changes, then a little higher. But I start with 500-ish per month and then kind of go up from there for marketing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to see this CoStar?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay. What do you want to look at?
Is there a cap rate projection?
Yes, page 90. There you go.
What does it look like? Let's see.
It looks like,
5.9, 5.7, 8.
well, it looks like it's above 6.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at
Line
the,
here is San Antonio, so it looks like about 6.1.
Okay, so pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the rent average rents?
This one or for the,
The comp, yeah, comps.
$10.29.
29.
It's $1,029.31 per square foot. Okay. Average vacancy is 15.6.
15.
Wow, that's high. Okay, I'm gonna make some adjustment to synthesis here. Whoa.
You want to share, Sanjay?
Oh yeah, let me share here. So this is look at the water expenses here. That's quite high. That's almost $100 a door per month. And then look at the other income, 915. That's a lot. What are they including in this? I definitely have the utility reimbursement. Late
Cable.
charges are 142.
Look at the water.
Okay, so they have the 340 of that reimbursement, trash, admin, late fees. Wow. Cable TV. Okay, so they're doing that too.
How many units is this?
This is 500 on the unit.
Oh, okay.
This is the village.
Gotcha.
So this one, the water is 340, and my water is 498. So I definitely have room to be increasing this more, but we'll leave that. So we have landscaping ground, we have contract services, repair maintenance is low. Oh, need that much. Okay, so we got our repair maintenance, admin, that's fine. Personnel, that's high, we should be able to do lower. Okay. So 5.3 to 5.8. So we're going up quite a bit here. I put in 39 here. Cap rate of sale is 6. So this is okay, so there is a loan assumption here. I believe there's a loan assumption here. $34.65. Okay.
4%.
But it's until next year, and then it's a floating rate.
Ooh,
So I'm not sure if I really want to do. I might be better off doing a new loan.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's
16 million.
that's a raise. So what do we get here? This this multiplied by this minus the loan. So if you were to take it up to 85%, there is a potential 5 million. Our DSCR is good, so maybe we can get up to higher leverage here. This gets us to still a 14 million raise. That's
What about some pref?
what?
Pref?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the capex wise, we have 2.3. We don't know the capex for this, right?
No.
So we don't know the we would definitely need something here. The thing is, we are at 14%, so it's not really going to help much. Oh, but I guess it does. Yeah, see, there it is.
Oh.
It doesn't. Yeah, so. Oh, hold on. Ah, I see. Okay, so we can look at a refi scenario for this. So if you take over the existing loan, which is 34 million, well, look at the leverage we're getting there.
Mm.
So we take over the existing loan at 4% until next year. Look at this. And then we do a refi because this goes to floating and this goes up. Okay, so I think on this one, I did get the feedback from Derek. One second, I will share this. Okay, it's a floating rate deal with Wells Fargo. Freddie loan is 34.6 and the interest rate is 8.13. With that rate, you'll probably want to refinance as you can. With an agency floater, you have a 1-year lockout, then can refinance anytime after for a 1% fee. But keep in mind, you'll have an additional upfront 1% assumption fee. Assuming this loan will essentially have an extra 2% plus 2 sets of closing costs. For a new loan, we could apply the 2% you'd be spending loan fees to buy the rate down. Okay. Mr. Derek. Okay, so Derek came back. Vacancy, still sizing okay. See, the new debt is this. And interest rate, he comes in. And if you got the economic aid down to 6%, here's what it looks like. Oh, look at this interest rates. This one is a 10-year. I don't want 10-year. 5-year is this. IO is 2.
Yeah, but could we get economic vacancy down to 6%?
Oh, we can't do that. San
I mean-
Antonio tends to have higher delinquency
Yeah.
generally. So this one loan assumption with the refi may be a best route. And the loan assumption here, which is good until almost 2 years, not full 2 years. I'm getting a great leverage. And then I come and fix the operations. I get down to this, okay? I'm not increasing a whole lot of rent, and then I do a refi. And let's say at the refi, I keep the terms similar. So I don't, just to keep SAC happy.
Thank you. I'm happier now.
Okay, I'll leave this 5.9%, which is today's rate. Likely we would be better, but just keeping that. So we get a 37, which pays off, definitely pays off this, but we would have improved. And our DSCR is, so on a new loan, it's still pretty good DSCR. Oh, but it's still, so one thing we don't know is a CapEx, 2.3 CapEx. And it's still a 9.5 million raise. At this purchase, this loan, there's no way we will get any supplemental on top of it.
Why is there no way?
Oh, it's already leverage. So leverage
Oh.
is already 88%.
Yeah.
The only thing is acquisition closing cost is we will pay 1% loan assumption, 1% broker. So okay, 2.5. Look at this, 975,000.
Dang.
And then we're saying refi, we would pay the 1%. That's what Derek was saying. We would pay, oh, not this one. Ooh, not this one. Where did my screen go? Not this. There. So he said, with an agency floater, you have 1 year lockout, then you can refinance into the 1% fee. So loan assumption, we're paying 1%, but then at refi, we're paying 1%. So that's not too bad. And then the new loan cost would be 2%. So I'll just put 3% here. Ooh, 300. So we're paying that at refi. And then at exit, we pay whatever we pay. Okay. The 39 works with a loan assumption and for all we know, it's a 4% right now. And Derek said it is with an agency floater. Okay, what did you say? Yeah, it says interest rate is 8.13. So if the SOFR is 5.3, I think. 5.3, right? So current SOFR is 5.3, then our spread is 8.13. So the 4% may go down to 6-ish% anyway in 2 years. So we may not have to refi, and we may be okay on the floater as it goes down. So I could do this with that IRR, 9 million raise shouldn't be a problem. We don't know CapEx, that how much we need, likely more. We build in closing costs. P&L wise, we are not too aggressive, right? Does everybody like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so far. It makes sense.
Insurance is a little
Little
870.
low.
That's a little low.
Would our management fee go down since it's so many units?
Yeah, it's 3%. UAG is 3%.
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't make a big difference anyway, so.
I like
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah, oh, look at this. Now look, I
Yeah,
changed this to 6.25. Earlier on the other deal, it was making a 2% difference, right?
Yeah. Well, same.
Here it's 1.5. Oh, it is 2.
It is too.
wow.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
But on this one, look at the investor return, cash on cash.
Ooh, wee, I can sell that.
Wow.
I think we can sell this very well. So the risk on this one is interest rate doesn't go down. We have to refi. We should be able to get 5.9-ish. We built all those costs. Is this doable?
Well, the Mirage is getting,
Sorry?
I was thinking about what the Mirage was getting currently, but the market average is 131. So. On that CoStar.
Yeah, so we're pushing the rent a little bit. Yeah.
Well,
773 average. They've got mostly one bed, one bath. So the smaller units. We need to verify all these. So this is, I mean, this is workable. We didn't even do any, we can't do pref anyway. This is a loan assumption. And it's our dear Wells Fargo again.
Oh, gosh.
4 months. We're looking at 4 months.
well, what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna verify the actual rent rates for the surrounding properties, and then we can get a much better view on that, I believe.
Yeah. So verify some, yeah.
I can go to, apartments.com and their websites, and one by one, I can pull all those rent rates and I put them in the spreadsheet to see what the rent upside on that real rent upside.
Right. Sanjay, what do you want? Give me some action items. What do you want me to verify on here?
Let's see. See that their vacancy is high. So January, their vacancy 8.6, 8.3, 8.7. Concessions. So they have economic losses. Economic is 12.8. So we're taking where they are now, 12, 11. And sorry, Liz, 1 second. So we're starting with 13% on the higher side where they are. So this should be okay. Yeah, so let's do this. On this one, I would like just the market research. So like check all the things that we have here. It's not so flood zone. Did we check on this? So just check the crime again, document something in the folder.
Okay.
The income or population growth is for, oh, that's a good part. That's for San Antonio. Property taxes. Oh yeah, verify the property taxes also, please. And oh, we got an insurance code for this.
Is there any way we can see the insurance code on this one? So we
That's
can,
what I was trying to see. What is the, do we have, oh, where is it? The new loan definitely won't work because the rate is higher and the proceeds are lower. So we have to go with loan assumption and then wait it out.
I have taxes. I'll put it in the chat, 18,330.
Huh. Somebody sent this end of 22. This is Vista Del Rey, right?
Vista Del Rey, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look, somebody sent this with a 454. Now they're saying 453 units.
Mm,
They were
that was
asking 53 in 22
2
and now
years.
it's 40.
That's crazy.
Here's the taxes, Sanjay, in the chat, 873,530.
That's the current, but what is the rate and what is the valuation? Yeah, and then do the calculation for us based on those numbers.
Okay.
And add that to the
Monday.
Monday, yes, thank you. Villas Del Rey. Okay, so I don't have the insurance. I don't think we have insurance on this. Can you, one of you reach out to the broker for JT, just for a quote,
Sure.
insurance quote? Because we are, insurance-wise, we did not increase. We're
Okay.
going above this. So if we push the insurance up, it's still okay. Okay. Zach, you want to write up the LOI? One of you want to write up LOI on this?
Yeah, yeah, I can do that.
And
We'll just update
one
Monday.
second. Yes. Hey, Nathan.
They said you wanna update. I'll verify all the information in Monday, and if I see something wonky or kind of crazy looking, I'll let you know, but otherwise just if you can verify the comp, the rents, and
Oh,
then
yeah, yeah.
get that LOI together, we'll just,
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, we can do that.
cool. All right.
No big deal. So just if you could help the deal on the tax
Yep.
amount, based on the price, we're trying to write up.
Yep. I'll get all that in there into Monday. And then I'll
Cool.
make a note in the comments that what I've done so that you can watch it kind of
Yeah.
keep track of, okay,
Perfect. Yeah.
great.
Sounds good. All right. Cool.
Guess he's still looking for Oh, maybe
What's-
another deal. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Yeah, me either.
Let's see, so total market value.
Oh, it's forwarding the email about it,
Oh,
about the
okay.
deal. Yeah, it's forwarding the email about the deal.
And did you catch that? Are we entering information on the one that's called Mission? Or remember, it's in Monday twice.
I don't really remember.
Okay, let me see if I
I
can
don't
find it
remember.
twice. I see Vista Del Rey. That's detailed underwriting. Maybe it's not in here as Mission. I just don't want to put all this information in the wrong.
So what's the deal about the mission?
So they attach this address to two property names.
Oh, okay, that's what it
So
was. Yeah.
so we're not
Yeah.
sure. And because they got updated financials. So they put the updated financials in. Let me see.
So now we're trying to figure out which address go on which deal and all that.
Which file to put all this updated information on. Let's see, let me see if, because you're attached to. Okay, so do you have Monday open, monday.com?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go look on the left, click on Massive Capital Lead Tracker,
Yep.
and then scroll down to detailed underwriting review
No,
in the center of the.
well, which we're talking about, Vista or Mission?
Vista, I can't find Mission in here, so I'm assuming
On the
underneath,
new portal, there's a mission at something it says here, mission at medical apartments. It's not that.
under what title? New?
New title.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a the mission at medical apartments, it says. I don't know if it's the same
Oh, I
thing
see
you're
it.
talking about. And he
Yeah.
assigned me on that too. So there's this Vista. It wasn't that Vista Del Rey?
Yes, Vista
Del Rey or something?
Del Rey. Yes, see that
Well,
address,
here.
yeah, 5622 Evers, but then the mission at medical apartments is 5622 Evers Road as well, but that says Leon Valley. It's the same, let's see, 78238. Let me verify that. 78238, yeah.
Okay. So, hey guys, this is one of the latest financial he sent actually says mission at medical, right? What does CoStar show the name?
Let's see. Did she put in that CoStar report into the folder? Let me see.
I don't think it's there.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Mm,
I can generate one real quick. Because it's in Monday twice, so I just want to make sure Satch and I are putting it in the right.
Yeah,
Working
it's
So-
it's Villa del Sol del Rey and the mission name, right? So two names will merge at some point, but for now it's fine.
well, I see the mission at medical on Monday, but I don't see the Vista Del Rey title.
It's
Sorry?
under,
And
it's in detailed underwriting. It's in a different,
oh, it's in the detail now, underwriting.
Yeah, one is in the new because they got new financials, but the old folder is in detailed underwriting. So it's real confusing. So in CoStar, it's called Mission at Medical.
Mission and Medical, that's the latest financial, it says, so.
Okay, same address, same zip code, 453 units. This one says built in 1979. And our underwriting showed 90s. Maybe
Yeah,
it was
okay.
redone.
Okay, hey, save the information, make notes on the Monday for those things. I'm gonna work on the LOI tonight. I'll copy you guys when I send it. And next week, Wednesday, Thursday, we are there, so we'll see, we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
sounds good.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks
Bye.
very
Bye.
much. Thank you.